My name is Rick Redford, and I'm coming to you from my automobile, which I think this is humorous because normally I'm in my office and our main speaker, Todd, is in his car. So I don't know if he's in his car tonight, but we might be flipping roles tonight. Um, but I love this call. I'm excited about our speakers tonight. We've got a lot to cover. And I am calling from my car because my grandson has a couple of basketball games tonight, and I'm missing the first one, but I'm in the parking lot so I can catch the second one. And that's what, you have to balance life. That's what it's all about, right? So I'm excited to come to you tonight from my automobile, and a couple of just house cleaning in a sense. Every week, as you know, we're honoring those who are winning themselves back. Let's call it that. Those who have been inactive or away from us for a little while, who come back, are able to get a $20 gift certificate in their e-wallet that they can use towards a purchase of product, but also they're entered to win in the drawing each week. And so, hold on one second. I'm going to clear the drawings. Watch for that, the co-hosts. And I'm excited to share tonight that our drawing winner for tonight, oh, hold on, I got to get rid of this. Sorry, is Donald Zimmerman. So Donald, way to go. Glad you could be won back, and glad that you won the $500. And think about that. So you could reactivate if you've been inactive for a while, and let's say spend a few $100, and then that following Monday win $500. That's not a bad deal. That covered your win back in a sense. Also, every week we are drawing from those that are enrolling people and those that are being enrolled. So brand new people are entering this drawing, and people that bring those brand new people in are entered into a drawing. And each week we award one of each. And so this week, our new enrollmenter is Gabriela Martinez Canto. Congratulations, Gabriela. And the new person who came in, again, maybe spent a few $100, just won $500 tonight, Beatriz Salgado. So congratulations, Beatriz. If you know Beatriz, if she's not on, then we'll get the word out to her. But congratulations to both of you winning an extra $500. That'll come in handy during the holiday season. Also, the quick Q&A, and I have corrected this. This is the correct Zoom number. Betsy, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Also, in your app tomorrow morning, there will be a reminder, and that has the correct link on it as well. Tomorrow, we have a special guest. We are introducing the very first service that's going to be offered on Quick. And the owner of that, or the president of the company, is going to come on and talk to us about that service. And we have a special guest tomorrow, an influencer, someone that was going to be on last week, and she got laryngitis. And so she's going to be joining with us tomorrow. So we're excited about tomorrow's FAQ or Q&A. Also, as you know, Christmas came early. Renew is back in the shopping cart for a limited time while supplies last. If you're addicted to this like I am, you might want to buy a few boxes of this, because once it's out, we more than likely won't have any more unless I can steal some from another market like I did this time. I won't tell anybody that I did that, though. Also, you've got one more day after today for Power Boost in loyalty shopping for this month. Also, Prime is through the end of the year. Great product for seasoned, for gifts, for stocking stuffers. Also, the Tahitian Noni oatmeal soap, I almost said soup, through the end of the year as well. Perfect for gifts, for stocking stuffers. And one last one, the Tamana lip treatment is also available through the end of the year. Some of these are on your holiday catalog that some of you have received, or many of you received. Hopefully you have. And also, we want to announce, well, first of all, a reminder, there's also NewAge diamonds that are available at a pretty significant discount. And those are in the back office as well that you can see and gain access to. And starting December 1st. So we wanted to highlight this because we'll go live on Wednesday. Pure gingerbread protein shake. There's a recipe for it using the Pure Nourish, our product, and that's going to be available through January 3rd on loyalty shopping, as well as Lucem face serum is going to be available also through January 3rd as a December loyalty shopping. That's going to go live on this Wednesday. We want to give you a heads up tonight. also probiotics, which rarely goes on sale because it's such a great price. But you will be able to also buy that through January 3rd, starting this Wednesday on Loyalty Shopping. Also, there will be a couple of packs of the Zenoa brand that will go live. We weren't able to get the details tonight, but those will go live on Wednesday also. And those will be a Loyalty Shopping price, but not necessarily on Loyalty Shopping. So anybody will buy it. You'll be able to share it with your customers. And that's coming this Wednesday also. So tonight we have recognition. And I did not make Christine a co-host, but I'll tell you what, Christine, let me stop the share and let me make you a co-host. Did you come in under my name again? There you are. Oh, hey, you're there. Can you unmute?
Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
Hey,
awesome.
We're good to go.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen again. Oops, sorry, wrong one. And let's go through this. So title advancements, we love them. Team lead is our favorite because it's step one in the process, and you earn this with 100 USD of lifetime earnings. Let's hear it for Julianne Miller from Virginia.
Heath Carlson, South Dakota.
Larry Garton from Tennessee.
Mike Tomich, Michigan.
Rebecca Torres from Kansas.
Roselia Garcia, Nevada.
Sandy DeSotel from Colorado.
Sherry Ownby, Tennessee.
Shirley Veazey from Alabama.
Tammy Deal, Texas.
Allison Beeler, Ohio.
Arturo Palacios, California.
Cynthia Kelly from Colorado.
Deborah Talley, Tennessee.
Donna Bruce, Florida.
Galena Cecilia, Illinois.
Jan Mayfield from Texas.
Jennifer Shillingford, South Dakota.
Jody Dellinger from Florida.
Jody Dietzman, Texas.
And Lena Turgeon from Quebec.
Miriam Del Rio, Ontario.
And Noemi Leroch from Quebec. Congratulations, our new team leads. That's awesome.
Yay.
Awesome. In Scouts, we used to call it the round of applause. Go around in the circle. Okay. Sorry, my youth comes back to haunt me. All right, new senior team leads, and you earn this with 200 USD. Let's hear it for Amy Peacock in North Carolina.
Deanne Calhoun, Alabama.
Gwendolyn Small from California.
Kathy Ivy, Tennessee.
Chris Sybrant from Alabama.
Miriam Uskanga, California.
Peter Ong from California.
Rhonda Jones, Mississippi.
Chantal Rodrigue. I wonder if that's Rodriguez. Rodrigue from Quebec.
Danielle Dufour, Quebec.
Carla Yonkman from Alberta.
Erin McKay, Saskatchewan.
Joanne Slight from Quebec.
Nandrini, oh wow, this is a pretty name. Let's see if we can pronounce it. Nandrani Sukadio, Ontario. I am sorry if I butchered that. It looks so pretty.
Nina Brewer from Quebec. Let's hear it for our new senior team leads. Awesome. All right, so what's up next, Christine?
Up next, we have supervisor, and this is with a lifetime earning of 400 USD.
Beautiful. Bonnie Bridinger from Michigan.
Celia Lopez, Florida.
Jimmy Burse from Mississippi.
Kenneth Taylor, Texas.
Madhavi Venulapalli from California.
Ryong Hyung, Virginia.
And Vivian Azer from California.
Jean Guy Page, Quebec.
Jean Guy Page from Quebec. That is Stefan Page's dad. Way to go, Jean Guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Nathalie de Herverlier from Quebec. And I might have butchered that. So Nathalie, I am so sorry if I did. We love you and congratulations. Awesome. Let's hear it for our new supervisors. Beautiful. All right, new senior supervisors. And how do you earn this, Christine?
Lifetime earnings of 600 USD.
Let's hear it for Kazuko Coons from Nebraska.
Crystal Golf, Tennessee.
Lisa Cessna from Pennsylvania.
Mario Escaleria, Washington.
Mary Jo Long from West Virginia.
Matt T. Muntrath, Texas.
Michael Felder, New York.
Michael R. Toshi, Nevada.
Rotimi Omishayan from Illinois.
Tanya Hogan, Oregon.
Tom Steinman from Idaho.
Teresa Wilson, Illinois.
Tuti Sabagio from California.
Jesse Rogers, New York.
John L. Bryan Sr. from Florida.
Johnny K. Shu from Washington.
Juan Manuel Romero Serrano from Washington.
Georgina J. McKee and Harvey Stefanoha, Texas.
Robert and Alberta Momon from Arkansas.
Edgerton Graham, Massachusetts.
Elia Olvera from Texas.
Ely Bagby, Georgia.
Emily Sperlin from Mississippi.
Eric Alvin Sleben, Washington.
George Arthur from New York.
Glendon C. Taylor from Utah.
Helen Bartz, California.
James P. Wimbush, North Carolina.
Janice Smith from Texas.
Javier Uristelgui. Let's go with that. Texas, woo!
Javier, we're so sorry. Neither of us.
I'm so sorry.
Charles Lamberson Jr. from California.
Corky Smith, South Carolina.
Curtis Elliott, New Jersey.
Diane Newkirk, New York.
Dolores and Albert Kawata from California.
Doris J. Fisher, Virginia.
Dr. Stacy Williamson from New York.
Amy Kuta from Pennsylvania.
Angie Yee from New York.
Anita R. Ramaha from Arizona.
Anthony Seymour from Indiana.
Catherine Williams, New York.
Kathy Weiss from New York.
Helen De Silva, Quebec.
And Mario Desmarais from Quebec. Congratulations, our new senior supervisors. Got a lot of them tonight.
Good job,
Way to
guys.
go. Well done. Beautiful. Now, senior managers, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 900 USD. Tiffany Rowland from Florida. Congratulations, Tiffany.
Good job,
Well
Tiffany.
done. And next up, we have a new director tonight.
Hey,
Lifetime
Rick.
earnings of one. Yes.
How do you, your time was up. How do you become a director?
With lifetime earnings of 1,000 USD. Thanks for asking, Christine. I appreciate that. Go ahead.
Triumph Edu Health, Virginia.
There you go. Triumph Edu Health. Beautiful. Congratulations. We love our new directors. And we have a new senior director, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 1,000 USD. And you now start with payline volume, and this requires 2,500 in payline volume. Cheryl Jones from Ohio. Way to go, Cheryl. I know we acknowledged your title in advance like a week ago, so way to go.
Awesome, Cheryl.
Another one. That's awesome. Congratulations. And what, Christine?
Vice President with 3,000 payline volume. We're getting up there, Rick.
Yes, we are. I love these people. There's two of my favorite people, and they're from Wyoming. Let's hear it for Valerie Randall and Joseph Hine. They are a couple, so that should have read and. But congratulations, Valerie and Joe. Way to go. Awesome
Good job,
you guys. So excited for you. New vice presidents. Well, thank you, Christine, for helping me, especially where I'm in my car tonight. And I feel
You're
like
welcome. And congratulations, everyone.
Amen. Congratulations. And I kind of feel like, for those of you who go way, way back, I feel like I'm on the cover of a Queen album called, in Bohemian Rhapsody on their video, they start when all four of them are in the dark with just their heads. Anyway, that's what I feel like tonight. I would start singing the song, but I won't. Okay, our first transformation story comes to us from Canada. Janice Jordan, she's a senior supervisor, and I'm just showing a couple of photos that she sent in for us to share. They look like great lifestyle photos. She's a senior supervisor out on the water. I love that picture. So please welcome to tell her transformation story, Janice Jordan. Janice, are you there?
I am. Thank you so much for having me on. How's everybody tonight?
Good. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you, and I've got you on spotlight. Go ahead.
Great, thanks. Well, I just wanted to share a quick story about some things that have been, some transformations that have been going on. About 3 years ago, my sister came to visit me from Nova Scotia, and she brought this pink drink with her, and she was drinking it all the time she was here. And I, of course, had to find out what it was. And it was the Elite, as we all know. And she had, and we don't make any medical claims in that, but my sister had this autoimmune disease that was causing her a lot of grief. And she had lumps that would form in her chin and her forehead mostly. She'd had them other places, but at this time, that's where they were presenting. And she was getting cortisone shots in them. And, you know, anybody that knows anything about needles, getting them in your face just can't be good. Anyway, so she had been drinking this. Somebody next to her at work had introduced her to the Elite. Of anything. The very next day, when she went to open up her little package and pour her pink drink in, she realized that was the only thing she was doing different. So she grabbed her Elite, she lives in Nova Scotia, and it's very rural, and so she just ripped in her car and went down and showed her doctor. And her doctor said, well, I don't know, I can't say anything, but whatever you're doing, it's working, so keep doing it. So I went, well, okay, I have a couple of autoimmune disorders. I have type 2 diabetes and I have arthritis. So if it works for her, I might as well try it. So I had got some of hers and then ordered some. And she went home. And shortly after that came up the conference in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I thought, I'm going to go check this out. I kind of have a tendency to jump in and get all yeah, I just jump all in. So I went straight to Salt Lake City and I met Julie Sweet and all the gang from, there's Julie just jumping in just in the perfect timing, and all the gang from all over Canada. And it was amazing. The camaraderie, just the friendships that were shown and the hospitality and that, like, it was just unbelievable to me. And so that's when I jumped on board. Fast forward to the beginning of January, I finally came to the time where I decided I'm going to have knee surgery. I've only put it off for about 5 years. So I started doing some things proactively. I started taking all the supplements and the Elite and that. And I went to my doctor and told him what I was doing. And I told him also that I was taking myself off diabetes medication. And he said, well, you know, you'll gain weight. And I said to him, if that's your only rationale for me not doing it, then I'm going to do it. So I took my hemoglobin A1c. And at that time, it was 6.8. For you guys in the US, that's 122.4. So 6 months later, I went and had it done again without any medication. It had dropped from 6.8 to 6.5, which would be 122 to 117. That's not a huge drop, but it's the right way to go. It's going the right direction. And I was down somewhere about 26 pounds released. So that's without any medication. So my doctor didn't have too much to say. Now we were on a Zoom doctor call, so he wasn't saying too much, but he was a little pleased with the drop in the A1c. And so that's in preparation for surgery. And I'm now excited for surgery because I know that I have the use of our products to heal quicker and differently. And physically, I've been out dragon boating, and like you saw in my pictures and stuff, I've had the confidence to do that. And I'm excited that I will have all our products to help with the repairs and the healing after surgery, which is January 14th. And I will have more time to really get serious about my business. I'm a licensed practical nurse, and we're so short of nurses here in BC that I just work just crazy amounts of hours. So I'm really looking forward to it as a break and to really level up and change things.
Awesome. Well, Janice, great transformation, like a couple of them. So congratulations and improved health. And our bodies are incredible healing machines. If we feed them properly, they can do amazing things. So
For sure.
Congratulations. Awesome. And thanks for sharing tonight.
Well, thank you. And thank you for this amazing community. You know, without the support of it all, none of this would have been as easy as it's been. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I agree with you. I love this community. It's a great place. All right. Well,
God
next up
bless
on the
you.
docket tonight. Yes. Next up on the docket tonight, we have that is a great shot, but let me show you some of these. Look at this before and after. Crazy. What a body transformation. Amazing. And that's the group she wanted to show, her whole group of power people that have had similar results. So please welcome to the call, Josephine LaQuesta, or Josie, welcome.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Well,
How are you?
How are you, Rick? How are you?
I'm great. It's good to see you. I'm going to give you the spotlight here. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm really nervous right now because this is like out of my comfort zone, but I will be fine. So, okay. I'm 55 years old. I'm an esthetician, and I've been an esthetician for 20 years. I own a skincare shop in Milpitas, California. I am thrilled that today because I'm sharing my health transformation journey. So I started this health journey during the pandemic, and I was introduced by my fitness coach, and his name is Justin Solidarius, and we called him Coach J. I couldn't be this successful with my transformation without Coach J. So he introduced me to the slenderized weight management. So by the way, my skincare business was affected big time with the pandemic due to the nature of my job. So my skincare business was 100% shut down. So all I want that time is to be healthy and boost my immune system. So Coach J called me almost every day and checked if how am I doing with the slenderized program, because this is all new to me. He gave me workouts and taught me how to be a beast mode in all my workouts. But not only he taught me with workouts, he also taught me optimal nutrition and showed me the value of each supplement in the slenderized program. And oh boy, it's the best health transformation I had. The fittest I've been in my entire life. I love my 20s, my 30s, 40s, but my 50s is awesome. So it all reflects, and I thought that's okay. And I thought I'll be done because I already reached my goal, and I thought that's it. So, but it continued on, and my friends, especially my kids, noticed changes in my physique and energy. So one day, Coach J asked me if I have friends or loved ones who can join me in my next journey of health transformation. So it will be fun, if I have some close friends or loved ones to join me. And for sure, surely, and these are the friends that notice me also. So I call them because they notice me on social media because I've been posting my workouts and taking my supplement. Surely they join me. I started with these 4 amazing ladies, and they are all now my brand ambassadors. Coach Jay and I want to make sure they will have the best experience also. And surely they did. They share, they got excited because they have an amazing health transformation. So what happened after that? It's like a snowball effect. We call our team Justin's Angels because we are under Justin. This is, our coach. So we grow our community through transformation. So our main goal is to inspire people, no matter what age you are, you can better your best. We had 100 plus participants last year, and this is during the pandemic. So all these ladies who are in the Justin's Angels group are also in the BYB community, Better Your Best, led by our very own Sheila Top Team and 13 amazing boss babes. Hooray to the BYB community, because there are 700 participants in this community. The community is women empowerment. We support and inspire each other. We share our own journey in this community. The BYB community is not just educating us about weight loss, but also optimal health. Now, the Justin Angels group see each other more often. We are planning more events and sharing new age products to people. We will continue, especially to the people who needed it most. We will continue to service the people who needed the most. New Age has a lot of things to offer, from weight loss, immunity, energy, and skincare. Now I can say my skincare business is fully open, and I can say that my business is pandemic proof. That's all I can say. Thank you for putting me here and sharing my transformation.
Absolutely, Josie. Thank you for sharing your energy and your story. And your transformation is awesome, but your energy is fantastic. So thank you. Awesome. All right. Well, let's move on to our final speaker, batting cleanup, as I like to say, as you know. On the call tonight is one of our new Founders Club members. And as you know, I'm going to be featuring all of our new Founders Club members each week, or one of the new. And Todd and his wife, Ashley, were just inducted recently into the Founders Club. He's a chairperson and one of our best leaders, somebody that I have a huge amount of respect for, the way he conducts himself and the way he does his business. And he's just a relentless supporter and worker of his team. And nobody is a greater champion of his team. Funny is that he sometimes he wants to be a champion even more, but then he calls people in his team to call me so that he isn't always the one to have to call. And I appreciate that about Todd. So please welcome Mr. Todd Rowland. Todd, how you doing?
Doing great, Rick. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I was talking more about you sending Chris to ask me for stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe they tell you that. That's definitely a trick we use sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what's on your mind tonight? First of all, maybe share a little bit about what it means to be a new Founders Club member, and then I know you always have a really strong message, so I'm going to turn it to you.
Yeah, starting with Janice and Janetta. Janice, amazing testimonial, and Jeanette just basically told us exactly how to build a business all the way to the Founders Club. She started, got a transformation. She took a great before picture, and she took a better than best after picture. It's hard to believe that she's in her 50s. I can see why her business is growing, because if you have a transformation like that, you go all in, you work out as she did, you take the products correctly, you eat from the approved food list, and that body doesn't take long to transform. It can do it in 30, 60, 90 days. You don't even look the same anymore. So I can see where Jeanette, she doesn't even have to tell anybody. She can just show her picture and everybody's going to want to be a part of the journey. And then they develop a community and they spin it forward. And all of a sudden you look up one day and you have this massive business. It's really easy to get from point A to point B just by following that simple set of rules right there. Sign up, get your products, get a transformation, and then share it with help from your upline, just like she used Justin and she uses Sheila and Duke and got the girl community going. They are all out there at the Utah convention. I heard them all yelling in their little pocket over there. It was pretty awesome. It's instead of really talking about being in the Founders Club, Rick, I think it's better to talk about, because that's just an arrival in a journey, but the journey is really what it's all about. I've always said that this industry is the greatest industry in the world because it lets average people become financially and time freedom above average. You can start simply like Jeanette did by ordering maybe $100, $200, $300 worth of products, transforming your body, and then simply making a decision that you want different in life. You want your life not to be like everybody else's. And, you know, anytime you make that decision, you've got to realize you're going to have to swim upstream. If you look at not just the national statistics here in the United States, but throughout North America and really throughout the world, 95% of us live a paycheck to paycheck life. At whatever level we live it at, we get to the end of the month trying to make all of our ends meet. By the time we eat out, we feed kids, we pay insurance, we have car notes, we have house notes, and all the things that weigh us down. We deal with inflation, all the things that seem to eat up even a good income in today's world. And if you want to get out of that 95% and kind of get to the other side where work, I heard Janice talking about how hard she's having to work as a nurse up there. If you want to step out of that circuit and get to where you can actually wake up when you want to, go to bed when you want to, vacation when you want to, live where you want to, you know, send your kids to college where you want to. It's to go from that where you are today to that kind of life is a decision. And Rick, once you make the decision, then you just develop this relentless work ethic. You get really good at what you do. You learn the products, you learn the process, you plug into the Monday night calls, the Tuesday night calls, the Wednesday medical minutes, the Wednesday night calls. There's something going on all the time that you can plug in and learn from somebody that's already creating the path. And then you just start replicating it and duplicating it, Rick. And, you know, always, I don't want to use the word humbled or I'm not sure how to describe being in the Founders Club. All I know is that my wife and I were those people that wanted better. She was a stay-at-home mom. We had 4 children. She had been she wasn't a nurse. She did not go to college, but she worked at a doctor's office. When we had our 3rd child, for what she was making, we were paying more in child care. I'm sure some of you out there have been in that situation. And we found this industry. All we wanted was to get our head above water. We were so sick and tired of living the paycheck to paycheck life. We were so sick and tired of, like, our whole life was dictated by money. We, you know, factored in, we can go out to eat once a week and then you can't even go to the restaurant you really want to go to. And when you do get to the restaurant, you can't order what you actually want. We just didn't want to live that way. And I didn't even know about network marketing. I just began to pray earnestly for better. Somebody gave me the book called The Prayer of Jabez. I began to pray. I have prayed that prayer now for many, many years daily. As a matter of fact, I just took another screenshot of it and began to pray even more earnestly. We just wanted out of the rut. So if you're sitting out there tonight and you've plugged into this and you've just begun your journey, listen, it's not about a skill set. It's about, the skill set can be developed. It's not about who you are, where you come from in our industry. You don't have to have a doctorate. I don't know how many times people get so excited about going and showing, quote, such and such, they're going to be the greatest person since sliced bread. And when you really break it down, look at all the top money earners. I mean, outside of Chris Dole owning a company, about everybody else in my business were just really normal people. Susan Frank was the first female to ever make $1 million in my business. She was a broke nurse that had a baby and they wouldn't give her maternity leave. Aaron Decker signed up in the back of a horse trailer, basically on borrowed money to get his start in the industry. He had done fairly well, but he lost all of it in an investment and had to restart in life and use this industry. Ken Bailey worked at a bank, just an IT guy. Duke, I heard Duke and Sheila mention Duke in college. I hear James and Becky's story all the time. James is a student at Cal Berkeley, you know, probably borrowed the money to get started. You don't have to have a great background to start here. You just got to have a desire for better. And once we got in the industry, well, if you've ever, you know, some people in our industry and they want better, but they don't desperately need it. And I always say you'll work hard if you want something, but man, you'll work like crazy. You'll work 16 to 20-hour days if you need something, like if you have to get ahead. And that's where we were, Rick. We were not living paycheck to paycheck at that time frame. I was coaching high school football and we had 4 kids and 3 in diapers, and we couldn't even make ends meet. So every month we were adding a little bit more to a credit card bill. Kim Gray, speaking of credit card bill, it reminds me of Kim Gray. I know she's paid off $30,000 in credit cards since she entered this company 2 years ago. Where else can you do that? For $300, get your start, and just willpower and desire go change your life. But the last thing I'll say, Rick, is once we got a taste, or once I got a taste of getting ahead, we started. I didn't quit my job. I was still coaching football, which simply meant I don't work nearly as hard full time as I did when I was part time, because part time I had to be at the weight room at 5:30 a.m., practice in the afternoon. I was basically getting off work at 4 o'clock, and I was in somebody's living room. Everybody tells me all these shortcuts. I've just never found one. I was in somebody's living room every night. I was doing a training somewhere every Saturday. Zooms have really helped with that. We don't always have to be in a location to do trainings anymore. But it seems like we're way more successful when we're in person presenting. So especially in those days, I was somewhere every day, because we started making an extra $500 a month, not a week, a month. And that was just enough to get our head above water. But then by doing the same process, we started meeting people that were not necessarily in the same situation, but they were in a situation they wanted better. And it began to compound. And those $500 month checks, 5, 6, 7 months into it, were several thousand per month. And, if you're a high school football coach, couple $1,000s is not extra money. Heck, it's almost matching your full-time income. So at that point, we started paying off some student loans, some credit card bills, we able to go out to eat. And I guess as a man of the family at that point, I just said, I'm going to do this. And really stupidly looking backwards, probably quit my job too soon, but that really made you work. And because now you got to pay your bills with it. And Rick, it just compounded from there, and somehow, some way, you end up in the Founders Club. So I just encourage everybody out there, don't look out if you're starting your journey. Don't look out in the Founders Club. It'll be like, because I could have never started with my eyes on the Founders Club. I started to get my family ahead, and then I started to get my family way ahead. And then I was like, I want a nicer house than I'm currently living in. And then I was like, I hate this car. Why did I even pay for it? And I bought a car I actually like. How many of you out there drive a car you don't like because it's what you can afford? So this is a chance to rewrite your story. And the other reason this industry is so great, Rick, and I'll end with this, is the way we get ahead in life is to go help others get ahead. So wherever you are, sometimes you're by yourself, you got to go recruit somebody. But once you start building, and you get out there on the front lines, you're finding people just like yourself that want better. And kind of the things you've gone through gave you a little wisdom and will help you now, help them. And so now then you take a Kim Gray and you help her pay off a $30,000 credit card bill just like you did. Or you take a Jerry Halsey and you help him get to the point where he can shut down a construction company that was eating the life out of him. Or you take a David Daughtry, who is a physical therapist, got a pay cut, and you work with him and so he can get out of that trading time for money scenario. And you just do it over and over and over again until it compounds out, Rick, and you've got so much money coming in, you don't know what to do with it. I'm not there yet, but this industry will get you there.
Yeah, it's one of the things you said, Todd, and I really think this is important. And so maybe have you share a little bit more thought on the same thing that you said, and that is that it's not just about wanting it, because a lot of people say they want it. And you and I have both met many people who we've met either that just joined or that are come to a meeting and they say, oh, I really want this. And then, the first sign of a negative happens, or, 2 people in their family say, oh, you're in one of those things. And they get so discouraged and they fall away. But the people that either need it or have just a burning why or desire to achieve it. And the difference between that is the difference between night and day, right?
It is. And, very seldom do you meet somebody that doesn't want what our industry can deliver. more money and time freedom. But we meet a lot of people that don't really want to go through the fire to get there. I wish it was, I always say it's the greatest business in the world because you can start for nothing, and based upon your effort, you can kind of write your paycheck over time. But it's not easy, Rick. It's a lot of emotional capital because you're building a network. And sometimes people ask me who's more successful. I never can pinpoint it, but sometimes small business owners have an edge because they've had to deal with a lot of ups and downs. They go to bed at night wondering how they're going to make payroll. They got rent, whether just like Jeanette's got the skincare business out in California, nobody could come in, but she still had to pay rent. So sometimes you just got to get, if you're new here and you're starting your journey, you just got to get tough. You got to get some emotional capital built up because sometimes it'll get sucked out of you. It's the only business in the world that at 10 a.m. when you have a great phone call, you're going to be rich. And at 10:30 when they back out, it's never going to work for me. And it's like, oh my God, the world is coming to an end. So during the day, I always tell people in our business, do the process, transform your body, make a decision, stick to the plan, eat from the approved food list, take the products correctly, share the transformation with others. And then when they start having transformations, help them share with others. Just the exact story Jeanette showed. But don't get too excited on the good days or good meetings, and don't get too upset on the bad days or bad meetings. Both will come. Just do the process, write your goals on a sheet of paper. And I'm sorry to ramble, but this is very important.
Very.
You have to draw your roadmap out. I say it all the time. And I speak to myself because once you kind of get to the map you've drawn, you got to redraw it. You got to set your expectations to the next level. Where do you want the next phase of your life? Rick, you've been in the industry a long time, and you had an expectation that got you to this point. But now then I hear you every time I'm around you, kind of have the same set saying that what your expectations are here with this company, why you're here, what you expect to do, how you want to retire. So you kind of redrawn it now that you're here in our company. So I encourage everybody here that has a desire for better, especially if you're married, do it together. Draw it out. Draw the house. Draw the financial independence. Draw the bank account. Draw the vacations. Draw the second home. Draw being debt-free. Draw the kids' colleges they want to go to. Stick that money aside. Let it start compounding. Those colleges will be free for you. You don't have to have the burden on you. They don't have to graduate with student loans. Draw it out. Put it on paper. And I saw somebody ask what that book was. It's very important. That book's called The Prayer of Jabez. I cannot encourage it enough. Don't just read the book, but begin to pray the prayer daily once you read it.
Awesome, Todd. Thank you. What a powerful message tonight. And it's so interesting when I choose a quote. I don't know, and I know why that happens this way, but it always seems to match the message of the main speaker. And so, Todd, again, thank you for being on. You're going to love this quote. Josie, thank you for your message. Janice, thanks for starting us off. Just awesome job. Christine, for being there with me and being my partner, and Alondra behind the scenes, Anthony, Ashley, those that were helping with the call. Thank you so much. So the quote tonight is, begin somewhere. You cannot build a reputation on what you intend to do. I'm going to modify it and say it again. Begin somewhere. You cannot build a reputation or a successful business on what you intend to do. So with that, again, thanks to all those that were with us tonight. I'm